fires for y'all.
Henyard calls her critics grandstanders who should get in line.
Y'all should be ashamed of y'allself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman.
Hell no. Hell no. That. I'm sorry to swear, but that. This identity politics bullshit is actually outrageous and pisses me off. Just because you're black, I can't have anything bad to say to you. Just because you're black, I have to support everything you do. Just because you're black, I can't hold you accountable. Just because you're black and a woman, I have to accept your behavior. That is the most backwards thing imaginable. I thought it was the content of character that we were supposed to judge people off, not the colour of their skin. I'm pretty sure someone white said that.
You are now listening to Pree Da Production with your host, Majaro.
What is up, my travel people? Welcome back to the Pree Da Production YouTube channel. I'm your host, Majaro, aka Midge. And you already know what I'm going to say. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, because it goes a long way in helping us grow the community. And by sharing this with your friends and family, that goes a long way in helping us do that. Now, let's get into it. And on today's video, we are going to be revisiting our favorite South suburban suburb in Chicago, Dolton, and by extension, Thornton Township. We've all heard the term New Year, New Me, but when it comes to Dolton and Thornton Township, New Year, same me. And it seems that over the past couple of weeks, it's been kicking off. Let's have a look.
WGN Investigates has an update on dysfunction in Dolton, where local leaders are fighting over transparency, spending, and safety. Now the South Suburbs' controversial mayor is firing back, and it all played out at a public meeting last night.
Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet. The mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing, that only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work.
Tiffany Henyard considers herself something of a crusader, but one who's clearly annoyed by questions from a rebellious group of Dolton trustees who are in a standoff with her over spending.
At the end of the day, vendors are not being paid. Board approved it. The vendors are not being paid.
How about you be a good leader?
Same old
bring
story.
RFPs to the forefront. So not just us, but the residents and everybody else in America know how the money is being spent.
WGN Investigates has cataloged tens of thousands of taxpayer dollars spent on trips, meals, and more by Tiffany Henyard and her allies in Dolton and on the Thornton Township Board, where she's the supervisor. Township credit card records show Henyard and other officials spent more than $67,000 on trips to Portland, Austin, Atlanta, and New York City.
What the hell? Why are you going to... Literally, they're all over the gaff. Atlanta, come on, that's a party town. Austin, you already know stuff expensive as hell in Texas. New York, less said, the Big Apple, you already know they're gonna be up to some tourist stuff. Honestly, in Portland, I don't know what's in Portland, but looks like a big place. They're just out here. 67 just on traveling. Wow. No wonder they're in debt. Honestly, I'm not shocked. It's just... I might act shocked, but I'm not shocked. It's just same old Teflon Tiff. It's just same old super mayor business. Because this is what it means to be a super mayor. You get the township and village credit card and you just spend it like gas.
Many of the flights were first class.
Of
So were
course.
the accommodations. In Atlanta,
Of course.
Henyard and her team stayed at the Four Seasons Hotel, costing taxpayers more than $9,000. In New York, the bill
Oh
came
my
to
God.
$13,000.
Are you joking?
Henyard
The Marriott.
has refused to explain the specific purpose of the trips,
Of course.
or why they travel in such style. But she appeared to refer to our reporting at Monday's Dolton meeting.
But everything we do for the people. But we under attack. We getting scrutinized in the media. For what? Loving on the people? Showing them that they matter to us?
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Oh my gosh. You gotta love politicians. You've got to love politicians. Because right now, she's an S-tier politician in bullshit. That's absolute bull. oh, you're getting scrutinized because you're loving on people. You're getting scrutinized because you're trying to bring the community together. You're getting scrutinized because, you know, all we want is the best for the town and the village by extension. Come on, stop the cap. We all know. We see you. We see the receipts. We see everything. Everyone's on your case, man. And you can't be out here shouting at everyone else that's doing their jobs when you're not doing yours. That's why you're being scrutinized, B. Yo, get a grip, man.
Through the fires for y'all.
Henyard calls her critics grandstanders who should get in line.
Y'all should be ashamed of y'allself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black
Oh,
woman.
hell no. Hell no. Fuck that. I'm sorry to swear, but fuck that. This identity politics bullshit is actually outrageous and pisses me off. Just because you're black, I can't have anything bad to say to you. Just because you're black, I have to support everything you do. Just because you're black, I can't hold you accountable. Just because you're black and a woman, I can't ask certain questions and want to get clarity and transparency. Just because you're black, I can't campaign against you. Just because you're black, I'm supposed to take, you know, fines coming from left, right and centre for parking when I'm legally allowed to be there. Just because we're black, I have to accept your behaviour. That is the most backwards thing imaginable. And I feel like in America, that type of politics is used as a weapon to beat people with. Now, honestly, you see it right here in the UK, just because certain people in office are of a certain colour or certain demographic, they can say whatever they want about anyone, just because they're not white. Just because you're a certain demographic, that demographic that put you in power can't say anything because, you know, we're supposed to support each other. And it makes no sense. It's bullshit. I thought it was the content of character that we were supposed to judge people off, not the colour of their skin. I'm pretty sure someone white said that. But anyway, let's get on.
That's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself.
Dalton's difficulties got worse in recent weeks with water main breaks. Henyard blames on trustee budget cuts. Then 4 people were shot and injured last week, leaving nerves frayed, and Henyard's opponents pointing out her sizable security detail.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate that politics are being played, but what has happened is $1 million out of my budget has been cut because of politics.
We're not saying the police is not doing a good job. What we're saying is you're assigning all of them to be with you when they should be out here protecting the residents so we can all feel safe.
Residents are taking notice. Some spoke for and others against the mayor.
But, you know, we got the mayor here, meeting with the president of the United States. Everyone's seen the picture. That's a big deal. That is great promotion for this city, for this town.
He's just in the same room as him.
Henyard and her publicity team no longer respond to our emails seeking an explanation of her spending. As we've reported, she is also the face of a cancer charity that bears her name, one that has failed to file required financial disclosures. The Illinois Attorney General has given the foundation until the middle of this month to show how it spends its money or face legal action.
This story has been the wildest story I've covered. It just seems every other week there's an update. And if you think that was bad, if you think people couldn't agree on what to spend money on, how you're spending it, why you're going here, why you're flying there, why are you staying at the Four Seasons, why are you staying at the Marriott, why are you staying at the Hilton, and how many people are coming with you? Because if you think that's bad, she's giving away $1 million. How are you getting the township in debt, but still want to give away $1 million as a lottery win? Yo, when you see this, it makes zero sense.
New complaints tonight about Dolton's mayor, with village trustees raising questions about her security detail.
It comes in the wake of a wild shootout Wednesday morning. WGN's Julian Cruz is at the Village Hall with more.
Good evening. Henyard's extravagant spending at five-star hotels and first-class travel on expensive out-of-state trips, first uncovered by WGN Investigates. The new scrutiny as the controversial South Suburban mayor announces a $1 million giveaway on Facebook.
$1 million giveaway. Do you know anything about that? I'm not sure of anything like that.
Dolton resident Andrea Smith and others we talked to puzzled by this Facebook post with a smiling Tiffany Henyard, the mayor of Dolton, and Thornton Township supervisor touting a $1 million giveaway.
And it's a shame that you do get dragged in the media for things people just say, hearsay.
Dolton.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's the way she just bold-faced lies through her teeth. Through hearsay. They don't have any facts. They don't have any records. They don't have any statements. They don't have any... Oh my gosh. It's tiring. Aren't you tired of lying every single day, Tiffany? Big Tiff. Teflon Tiff. Super Mayor. Oh my gosh.
Mayor since 2021, appearing on Facebook but not very visible at the Village Hall for much of the afternoon. Calls for comment to her office and the village administrator failing to shed light on the nature of the $1 million giveaway.
It's just a sad day that we had to witness this.
As village trustees raise concerns about crime in the south suburban community of about 20,000.
I will hope that we get more police that's actually on the street.
Board trustee Kiana Belcher earlier this week deeply concerned about a dangerous shootout Wednesday morning on Sibley and Minerva, sending at least 4 to the hospital.
Wow.
Belcher and other board members concerned about police manpower.
It happens everywhere, but we're just hoping that more police on the street.
Yo, Dolton turned to Gotham City real quick. As soon as they see the man doing up my madness, they're like, yo, guns out. Sun's out, guns out. Because this is what happens when people see that the person who's supposed to be in charge of the whole crap is literally getting away with crimes. Everyone else is probably thinking, hey, yo, the police are on head detail. Who's going to stop us from doing whatever we want? Who's going to be in the way? No one's going to catch us. There's no one to chase.
Better.
Belcher and others pointing to what they say is the mayor's unusually large police security detail, said to include 4 to 5 squad vehicles or large unmarked SUVs like Secret Service transport vehicles, a witness telling us. Senior trustee Jason House in a written statement preferring to see those police vehicles fighting crime. It is my sincere hope that the mayor will begin prioritizing the safety of our community, House says, by allowing more officers to patrol the streets of our great village.
We have to ring the alarm about gun violence in our communities.
Community leaders and pastors at the Sibley crime scene arguing that more needs to be done about shootings in the south suburbs.
And we demand investments and solutions in Dolton, in the Southland, and across the state of Illinois.
A full 3 days after Wednesday's wild shootout on Sibley Boulevard, and no word yet from the mayor or her police chief. No details on the number of people shot or any arrests made despite repeated requests for comment. In Dolton, Julian Cruz, WGN News.
Crimes on the rise. Bills are due. But there's $1 million giveaway. Which, from what I've seen, hasn't happened. They said 2nd of Feb. There's been no update or news on how, who won, or whatever. It's just, now she's just fake promoting. Now she's just promoting stuff that's not going to happen because no one's going to check her to see if it actually does. And who wants to take $1 million from her anyways? We all know that's going to come out of our taxes in the future. So, whoever's going to win that, they're probably going to be like, hey, yo, I know the city needs it more than me. Keep that. Honestly, that's how I would treat it. And it just gets from bad to worse because the former police chief is coming out and ringing the alarms, ringing the bells saying, yo, this is what I've been dealing with last year before I stepped down, probably. This was affecting my job. This was affecting my officers. This was affecting my staff. We can't do our jobs properly because the mayor is getting into business she has no right into getting in and taking resources from our department that are now being taken away from the citizens, and we're seeing repercussions right in front of our eyes. You can't make this up. She is hands down the worst leader I have seen on a political stage. And I don't even follow politics like that, but I've seen enough leaders and enough politicians lie to my face and to realize that, yo, this one's dangerous. She's telling dangerous lies.
We needed those officers to be on the street fighting crime. And instead, we have several officers that are riding around protecting the mayor.
The former police chief in South Suburban Dolton is speaking out for the first time to just one station about Mayor Tiffany Henyard's controversial police security detail and how it impacted his ability to fight crime.
Last year, a Fox 32 investigation showed how that detail is taking officers off the street and costing taxpayers thousands of dollars in overtime. Dane Placco continues his investigation, exclusively talking to the former top cop who tried to put a stop to it.
The manpower was just very stressed and critical to the point of almost breaking.
Former Dolton Police Chief Robert Collins spoke to us from Florida, where he's taken a new job after being fired by Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard late last year. But Collins says he remains frustrated by what he experienced leading an undermanned, overworked police department, while Mayor Henyard demanded a large personal security detail.
You know, wrong is wrong, and there's a time to hold people responsible and accountable for their actions.
Last year, a Fox 32 investigation followed Henyard's detail as Dolton police officers drove her from morning till night, often to her second taxpayer-funded job as Thornton Township Supervisor in South Holland. Through an open records request, we found the officers assigned to Henyard racking up hundreds of hours of overtime, costing taxpayers tens of thousands of dollars.
But at some point, there would be 2 officers or 3 officers, and depending on if there was some type of event, it would be more officers.
That's for a town of a little more than 20,000 people that's struggling economically and usually only has a few officers on duty per shift. Collins says Henyard...
Did they say a few? So that's what, less than 5 on shift at a time? And America's a big place. Dolton's it might be a village, but it's big. You need at least 15 to actually have a presence and be felt in the community. And they only have 5 probably? Hey, yo. This is what? So out of those 5 people, they've taken what? 3? Just for her? Nah, this is a joke.
Security detail was warranted when it started in 2021, after a police-involved shooting sparked protests and threats.
And at some point, the protests stopped. However, the detail continued.
And it grew in size and scope. Collins says Henyard frequently uses the officers as her personal valets.
Officers would be sent out to run errands, to do pickups.
And the mayor's detail racked up thousands of dollars in travel expenses, accompanying Henyard on her many trips out of town.
Why do you need a security detail while you're out of town? Who's on the other end of that flight that's going to do harm?
Collins says he became increasingly frustrated because the mayor's detail tied his hands when it came to fighting crime. Just last week, a mass shooting on Sibley Boulevard left 4 people injured. Collins believes the bad guys know there aren't enough cops on Dolton streets.
But Village of Dolton has its challenges with gangs, guns, and drugs. And if those officers aren't there, the visibility isn't there. And if the visibility isn't there, then criminals have free reign.
When we tried to ask Mayor Henyard about her use of the detail last year, we were stopped by Village Administrator Keith Freeman.
Mayor, mind if I ask you a couple questions about your security detail?
Absolutely not.
I'm asking her.
Yeah, she says no.
Collins says he got the same cold shoulder when he tried to tell Freeman about the problems the mayor's detail was creating.
And it more or less was, these are the orders. This is what you have to do.
Last week, Collins filed a civil lawsuit against the Village of Dolton for wrongful termination, saying he was fired by the mayor without cause and without board approval.
Of course. If you don't see the trend of all these videos we covered, she does whatever she wants with or without approval. Constitutionally or unconstitutionally, lawfully or unlawfully, she just does it. I don't know who's there has to come to a point where, yo, this is wrong. We can't allow you to do this. Someone, whoever's filing the paperwork, whoever's kicking him out of his office, whoever's taking his keys away, whoever the staff are that are supposed to supporting that manager or supporting that chief, they should be like, hey, yo, if he's gone, I'm gone. And the whole department just leaves. Whoever's on the detail should be like, yo, I'm not working this detail anymore. This is bullshit. I'm supposed to be out here protecting the streets. And at one point I was protecting you, and rightfully so, but now that time's passed, and you still want me hanging around doing errands like I'm a water boy. Like I'm 10th player on the bench. Yo, get me some towels. Yo, get me some cakes. Get me some Gatorade or Kool-Aid. Yo. At one point, the people who are in these places have to stand up to a bully, because that's what she is, just a bully.
Because his wife is friends with some of the mayor's perceived political enemies.
And our contention is that it is illegal.
Did he do anything wrong?
No. Chief Collins, any position that he's ever been in is a policeman's policeman. He held the rank of chief, but he's a patrolman at heart.
But it is frustrating to see the officers used like that. I'm sure the officers are frustrated too, but they following orders.
In Dolton, Dane Placco, Fox 32 Chicago.
Yo, man. Bun Tiffany Henyard, bruv. Absolute waste of space. Yo, the town and village. The Dolton Village and Thornton Township community, y'all deserve better. And for this to have been allowed to happen and to go on for so long just shows the corruption. The corruption, not only in Chicago and Illinois politics, but in politics as a whole. That's why, yo, I'll be honest, I don't even vote no more. At one point I voted, and then I was like, yo, this guy is just going to get into power and do some bandulu stuff anyways. Not do the stuff they promised, and then do stuff that harms me. Whether it's increasing this, increasing that, not capping this, not capping that. So what's the point of even voting? Because they're going to do whatever they want anyways. Let me know what you think about this whole situation. Leave a comment below whether it's good, whether it's bad, what you think of the mayor, what do you think of the people who are supporting her, because she's got goons and henchmen out there doing her will, and it seems like some of the police officers are part of that. I'll see you in a bit. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
I be kidding on my foes, even though I got it all on my own. Success sweet, yeah, it tastes like honeycomb. Dropping blood, tears, and even breaking bones. I'm sipping on Patron while aiming for the throne. I've been to hell and back and even call it home.